Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. I welcome you to Alexandria, Indiana. Now, for those of you that have been following my channel for the last couple of years, ever since I began to record Indiana content, you're going to realize that I have already done a video of Alexandria. However, I look back at that video and, back when I first began recording these type of videos, I will admit that I didn't quite know what I was doing. And even to this day, I'm still working on ways to improve the quality of the content that I put out to you folks. Now, the quality of my first Alexandria video was poor. I mean, it was real sunny that day, and the sunlight was super bright, and it altered the quality of the footage. And secondly, my phone at that time was not as good of a phone as a phone that I got now. So, and also the way I had the phone angled was not the best. So there were a few things wrong with that video in terms of the picture quality. And on top of that, I didn't show you as much of the city as I'm going to show you on this video. So I'm going to probably title this video Alexandria, Indiana 2023. That way it's not to be confused with the recording that I did back in 2021, I believe. So, anyhow, Alexandria is a small city located, it's closer to the middle of Indiana. It's a little northeast, but closer to the middle. I mean, Alexandria is located 11 and a half miles north of Anderson, which I got that video on this channel. Feel free to watch them. It's also 21 minutes south of Marion, which I got that video on this channel as well. And basically, Alexandria is located right off of Indiana 9. It's also accessible off of, I want to say, Indiana 26. And speaking of which, the closest city that's slightly bigger than this one, that has more amenities than Alexandria, is gonna be if you go about 10 miles west of here, it will put you into Elwood, Indiana, which I got Elwood videos on this channel too, so feel free to watch that video. But many people that live here in Alexandria, depending on what it is that they need, many people will drive into Elwood for many of their needs. Like when it comes to, let me think here. I think Elwood has a Walmart, I can't remember. But like I said, when it comes to, depending on what the needs are, people who live here in the LA, either A, they're going to travel over into Elwood, which is the closest, slightly larger city compared to this one, or two, they're going to travel into Anderson. Those are typically the two cities that people who live in LA are going to travel to, because Alexandria does not have a whole lot of amenities. It's got some, but not too many. And it's also 19 miles northwest of Muncie. So, and also the closest, for those of you that are not familiar with this region of Indiana, or you're not familiar with Indiana at all, Alexandria is also a little under an hour. It's about a little, depending on, well, mile-wise, it's 57 miles northeast of Indianapolis, which, depending on traffic and depending on your driving habits, it's going to be anywhere from an hour to a little over an hour drive from here, depending on your driving habits and traffic, weather, and all that good stuff. Now, the population here is currently sitting at 5,149 people, which, for the most part, the population has not changed since the 2010 census. Now, there were only 4 census years where this city has lost population. That's the census years of 1910, 1920, 1990, and 2010. In 1990, the city lost 5.3% of its population, and in 2010, it lost 17.8% of its people. Now, if you talk to some of the locals here in Alexandria, some people will tell you how this city used to be more prosperous. It used to have more industry, more jobs used to be around the area. As we're now, a lot of those places have closed down, went out of business, whatever the case might be. Now, give me a second, people. I gotta go answer my door. Give me a second. All right, sorry about that. Anyhow, like I was saying, if you talk to some of the locals here, they'll tell you how this city used to be a lot better. There used to be a lot more industry here. There used to be a lot more businesses here. And over the last couple of decades, the city has deteriorated. Now, on the last video I made of Alexandria, there were people in the comment section on that video that were talking about how much the city has deteriorated compared to what it used to be. And there's also a lot of people both on this channel, on my last video of Alexandria that I made, and also in real life that I spoke to in person about Alexandria, that have told me about some of the drug issues that this city had. And what I'm getting ready to say next is gonna piss off some of you people that are sensitive, but it is what it is. But I've even spoke to people who used to live out here. In fact, I dated a woman who used to live out here, and they told me that back when they were growing up, this city had a reputation of racism, or most likely, I would say bigotry, because there's a difference between racism and bigotry. But you guys get the idea. And when I've done a little bit of research about this town, about this city, town, whatever you want to call it. Now, some people say that this city used to be a sundown town. And a lot of people stated that a lot of your cities along the Indiana 28 route, along Indiana 28, like, Alexandria, Elwood, and I forgot what other smaller towns that they named off, but many of these cities out in this general region of Indiana all used to be sundown towns, and there used to be signs that let people know that, I mean, at the entrance of these type of cities, there used to be signs that used to let people know that these were sundown towns. Now, when I mentioned Goshen, Indiana being a former sundown town, there was somebody in the comments section that got upset and told me to quit talking about racial stuff, and I need to, I don't need to bring up the past. I need to let the past be the past. Let me explain something. You see, when I make these videos, I try to mix in a little bit of current events along with some historical information. That's how I do my channel. Now, if a town used to be a sundown town, I'm talking about it. I don't care how you feel. If you're, because this is my attitude. If you're not like that, then what I say should be what I say should not offend you if that's not who you are. It's kind of like if I'm watching a video, or maybe I make a video of a city, and then some of you in the comment section might be like, well, they need to get rid of the what can I say here? Like if someone says something and many people might perceive what they say as something against the African American community, like if someone wants to talk ill about an African American neighborhood, if they say something negative, like they talk about the crime, for an instance, just for those of you that don't realize at this point, I'm African American. And with that being said, if someone says something bad about an African American community, like the high crime and the violence and just some of the madness that goes on in many African American communities, am I going to sit around and get upset at people who talk like that? Not at all. Why? Because although I am African American, what happens in some of these African American communities does not represent who I am as a person. So when I talk about former sundown towns, if what I'm saying does not resemble who you are as a person, then what I say should not offend you. Rather it be something that's currently happening or something that happened back in the day, it should not offend you. That's my attitude. So anyways, there has been rumors that Alexandria was a former sundown town. So anyways, Alexandria was incorporated into a town in 1898. And the racial demographics are 95.2% white and 4.1% Hispanic. Now, Alexandria, contrary to the beliefs of a couple of people, another thing I want to mention is there's also been people on my last Alexandria video that have told me in the comment section that Alexandria had an issue with drugs. Surprise, surprise. Really, it's not a surprise. Because I don't care where in this country that you go, drugs are going to be there. Drugs are going to be an issue. It is what it is. And I would say when it comes to Alexandria, as long as you don't participate in those type of activities, you'll be all right. You'll have nothing to worry about. Now let's see. So if you're looking to live here in Alexandria, uh, your median rent prices are going to go from $620 to $1,180 a month. Your median home prices here are at $154,000. If you want to buy a house here right now, your housing prices are starting out at $100,000. And the housing market here is pretty busy. I mean, there's a lot of people that are buying houses here and they're moving here. And if I had to take a wild guess, you got a lot of people that are probably moving here from cities like Anderson and Marion. Because you got a lot of people that are looking for a smaller community. They're looking for a quieter and safer community. Not that there's not those type of communities in Anderson or in Marion. It's just that here in Alexandria, I believe people are discovering that they can find a nice, quiet, safe community to where they're not going to be close to the ghetto. I'm going to just say it just like that. You see what I'm saying? See, when someone talks about the ghetto or anything like that, although many people typically would take those type of terms and they'll associate it with an African American community, I don't get mad. I don't get upset because that's not who I am. That's not me. But anyways, I believe that's one of the big reasons why people who are moving here to Alec or want to move here to Alec. Because, they want to be able to live in a nice, quiet, low-key community and not have to drive down the street. And what do you know? Now you're in the hood. And like I said earlier, many people who live in Alec, when it comes to some of their amenities, depending on what it might be, some people will drive into Anderson and go take care of their business. Other people will drive into Elwood. Now, honestly, there were a couple of times that I thought about living in Alexandria, but at the time that I had the money to look at housing here in Alec, at that point the housing prices have went up. And there wasn't anything in this city that was available that I thought was priced reasonably. And I do think there's other small Indiana cities and slash towns where people can live and still have the same quality of life as you have here in Alec, except the housing be a little lower, be a little bit more affordable. And you're still not going to be far from basic amenities. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump on niche here, and I'm going to share with you guys what other people have said about Alec. Give me 1 second here. Alright, now on these, there's a total of 24 reviews, and Alexandria at this point has earned a 3-star rating. 3 out of 5, that is. So we're going to start from the top. And I'm going to read off a couple of reviews of people who think this city is excellent. Now, 3 people think that this city is excellent. Now, this first review is from September of 2022. I love Alexandria and the people of the community. The people of Alexandria are very caring and always come together in time of need. Okay, the next review is from August of 2020. Again, 5-star review. Alexandria is a small town and is peaceful. Most of the time, you get to know the employees at the small businesses. Most of all, Alexandria also has great public school system, and that is important to my children. Okay, 5 people say that Alexandria is very good. That is a 4-star rating. The first comment, which is from March of 2020. I really enjoy this little town. We are a close-knit family of people who reside here. I was born and raised here, and I don't know what they're saying. They're raising their kids here. Proud to be a Tiger. Well, for those of you that don't know what the Tiger part is, basically, I don't know, I think it's for Alexandria's elementary school or middle school, I forgot. But they have a school logo called the Tigers. I think that's their elementary school. I think that's middle school they got, where they call themselves the Tigers. I forgot. Somebody can drop a comment in the comment section. Anyways, let's see, the second review, which is, it's a little older, is from May of 2018. Another 4-star review. It is part of small town America. It is mostly friendly, but cliquish, as you might find in most smaller towns. Overall, people are caring and want to see the town grow to do well. Now, 11 people had gave this city a 3-star rating / average ratings. So let's read some of those. Now, this first one is from November of 2022. Alexandria is a small town with not much in it. The schools is pretty good, but there aren't many jobs in town. Well, they're right, there aren't many jobs in town. But as I've told you at the beginning of the video, and this is why I make my videos where I make my videos. Like whenever I do a video of a smaller town or a smaller city like this one, I always try to educate you folks on some of the larger communities that are close by and how far it is from the closest major metro area. That way, if you choose to move to communities like this, you know where you can go for some amenities. You also know where you can go for employment opportunities. So, as you guys know from earlier in this video, I mean, you're within a half hour of here. You got Anderson, Marion, Muncie, Elwood, and within an hour of here, you also have many of your cities in Hamilton County. Like you have Fishers, Noblesville, and if you have to, I mean, it might be a bit of a drive for some of you, but if you have to, you even have Indianapolis, which is all within 60 miles of here. Now my next review is which is a 3-star review. It's from September of 2022. The town is really small It makes the community very connected. It has its fair share of problems and is far from perfect. The residents are hit and miss when it comes to being decent people. There's not a lot in Alexandria, but it has what it needs at the end of the day. Now, me personally, I think that commentary is spot on with what they say about Alexandria, especially when they talk about the people. Because from my experience of being here in Alexandria, I would have to agree. Some people here are nice, other people you might, you gotta wonder. So I'm gonna read one more on this one. Now this one is a little older. It's from 2000. It's from April of 2016. 3-star rating. The area is quiet and nice to live in. However, the city keeps running businesses out of town and makes it hard to find a job in town for students. We have a nice park that we can play basketball in and take the kids to play. So we're going to keep on going because a lot of people hit on the fact that the city lacks employment opportunities, but I just explained to you folks what you can do to remedy that issue. For those of you that are interested in living here in Alexandria. Now, 3 people have gave this city a 2-star rating this city poor. Let's read them. Now, this first review is from September of 2022. They wrote a freaking paragraph. I'm probably going to skip down and read the next one, which is from August of 2018, because I ain't got time to read no freaking paragraph. That sounds like this person might need to see a therapist. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to read this other one, which is a lot more reasonable. It's not a freaking paragraph. Town is like a black hole. No growth opportunities, no entertainment, and school system is horrible. The only good thing about the town is that most of what you need is within walking distance. You know what? I might read this other one. Now this other one, 2-star rating. I'm gonna go ahead and read it. But I mean, this person, they might have some facts. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and read it, and maybe y'all can tell me in the comment section what you think. I moved here, age 10, and have loathed it ever since. Okay, they hated it ever since. Okay, it has an aging population, and what was once a quaint and quiet town, famous for being quaint. Okay, famous for being a quaint, quiet town, small town USA, and then they want to talk about World War II. So during World War II, most of those who remember the war are long dead. Over the past 33 years, I'd say approximately 45% of the town's businesses have closed and the newspaper is no longer produced here. The one thing that didn't change is the racism, sexism, prejudice, limited employment opportunities, drug use. And then they put in parentheses, although it has more of a meth problem now than the cocaine of the 80s and the heroin of the 90s and the opioids of the 2000s. And the ignorance and intolerance of townies and Alex only continues to grow as the population declines. So when this person says townies, I'm assuming they're talking about people with a small town mentality. That's what I'm assuming they mean by townies. The entire The entirety of Madison County is rampant with political and social ignorance, and Indiana is practically a dead zone when it comes to modern approaches to social and criminal justice reform. You don't find many who are woke here. Well, I'm gonna be honest about this person. I don't know where the hell this person came from. I mean, they've been here apparently since age 10. I have no idea how old they are at this point. I'm assuming they're probably younger. And I don't know. I mean, this person may have, some people may have, this person may have said some truth, but some of this other stuff, I don't know. I don't agree with everything this person said. I'll just keep it like that. I'll just put it like that. I don't agree with everything this person says. I mean, this person might want to relocate to a larger city. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it just the way I'm gonna leave it this alone. I don't wanna say too much here, and then I get in trouble, with Google. So, but this is a person that clearly does not need to be in Indiana. I'll just leave it like that. Alright, let's keep on going down the line. Now there's two people that have rated Alexandria terrible. They gave it a 1-star rating. Now these comments are older. These are from, the two comments are from 2014, which are older. I mean, that was almost 10 years ago. But I'm going to read at least one of them. Attempts are being made to improve the looks of the community, and some businesses are moving in. With that said, more are closing faster than they are moving in. And I'm going to read the other one too, which is an older one. It's from December of 2014. Not much in our town anymore. Stores have closed. We only have one grocery store, and it is overpriced and poor quality. We have the normal unhealthy fast food restaurants. There are no family restaurants. We have a really good pizza shop, but the large is going to cost around $30. So a large pizza at this pizza shop would be around $30. But that was back in 2014. Most families cannot afford that. There are no activities for kids nor gyms to promote a healthy living. And I think the only thing that, you know what? Come to think of it, I don't think Alexandria does have a fitness center. I mean, I think they have a Y, I'm not sure. Man, in fact, let me look that up. I'm gonna look it up real quick. See, I'm curious now. I'm gonna look that up, see if there's a fitness center in Alexandria, Indiana. Fitness centers in Alexandria, Indiana. Okay, they're showing a martial arts studio. Okay, they're showing an Alexandria Community Center. So, let's see here. Yeah, I think the closest you're going to get to any type of an athletic place is going to be the Alexandria Community Center. And when I look at their pics, I don't see no pictures of a gym. None whatsoever. So yeah, I mean, there's probably not any real fitness centers in the city of Alexandria. And for a city that's got, and for a community that's got 5,000 people, I agree they need to have a fitness center. I agree. All right, folks, that's going to do it for my commentary. Hopefully, you guys got something out of it. Go ahead, sound off in the comment section. What do you think? What do you know? What did I miss? All that good stuff. And on that note, go ahead, enjoy the remainder of the video. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel so you can get many more videos like this. And if you want to help me out, all you gotta do, which is 100% free, is to give videos like this a thumbs up. All right, folks, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.